Well, we made it. It's officially the first full week of classes all in April. We are in the final countdown. It's volume 11. Wild. I'm getting a much later start today. I just wanted to, chill after having such an eventful weekend, which was very fun. Very good time. But now I'm a little too tired, and I still need to do my assignment, so I'm really setting myself up for success here. The good thing is, this week, I'm really not doing much. I'm not going anywhere over this weekend, so I can just kinda chill and have some time to edit and read and do all the things that I want to do and all the things that I have to do, like homework. I'm just procrastinating at this point. I don't feel like doing this assignment. I don't want to do it. I hope that if any of you guys are currently taking classes, that things are going well for you. But just know that if you're feeling very tired and worn down and wanting to be done with classes in school, know that you're definitely not alone by any means. It is just that time of year. April is always so draining for me as a student every single year. It's October and April, which is great because that's my birth month, but October is midterm season in the fall semester, and then April is final season in the spring semester. Those have just always been the hardest points for me since at least sophomore year of high school, so it's nice to know that this will be the last April for the foreseeable future in which I am going to be struggling my way through it and just riding the struggle bus going, wee, let me get off of this train, please. So keeping that in mind is nice and motivating to know that we're in the final countdown. We only have 23 days left, including today, so that's something to keep in mind. We're almost down to less than 20. Finished classes this week, and then the non-school days fly by fast, too. So, I don't know. We're getting through it. I think I need to stop procrastinating. Let's get to homework.
Commence homework time. Voiceover Shannon popping in to say, this assignment took me an hour and a half to complete. I was so tired the entire time too. It was not a good combination. Even with the feedback from the class that I was watching on my second monitor, this took me so stupidly long. I was so done by the time that I got to page 2, and it's 6 pages. And this is coming from a former writing major who wrote so many essays during college. Thankfully, I did receive actual feedback on this, so now I know how to improve it for the final, which, editing Shannon here, I'm actually working on that assignment later today. I'm editing a video a whole week in advance for once. Are you guys proud of me? Last semester, when we had in-person class with this professor, we got written feedback on all of our assignments every single week, so I was really missing that this semester. So I'm very grateful that I got it back this time, especially for such a big assignment. You really don't know what you have until it's gone.
I'm so tired, but I'm done, and that's all that matters. I feel pretty okay with how I did. We still have another chance at this one. This is a redraft of a draft before the final that's due next week. So we're just gonna turn it in and say that's it for tonight. Because I'm at an hour and 30 minutes of doing this. I'm tired. I got work tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some reading and some assignments. And yeah, I crave sleep. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye. Something to know about me is that I'm a liar. It's Tuesday, hello. My only excuse for missing yesterday is that I was doing a bunch of errands and I was out late. But now it's Tuesday, and we got some reading to do, and we got in-person class tonight. My Tuesday class that is usually online is actually in person today. It's gonna be a dinner with the professor, which is kind of cool. We're getting free food. Hi, Kiki. Hello. We have 2 cases to read that are not even basically, I think that they're the same case. It's Maryland versus King, and then King versus State. So, and the facts, just looking over the second case, look to be exactly the same as the first one, which I read earlier today, just to get one of them out of the way. But now we have to read the second one. I will say, if this is the exact same case that I just read, it is an interesting legal question. Trigger warning, mentions of grape. Skip to this point if you do not want to hear about this. The case is all about this guy who wore a mask and raped a woman in 2003 and went uncaught for 6 years until he got caught doing another crime, menacing people. And it was very routine. The law enforcement took a DNA swab and they ended up coming back with, hey, your DNA matches this DNA from the victim from 6 years ago, and then prosecuted him. His argument was, this is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. How dare you do that? It's interesting reading the arguments from the court basically saying no, actually the law enforcement had every right to take your DNA and test it and then convict you for committing rape 6 years ago. These types of questions, when they come back to privacy and things like that, when it's such a difficult topic, makes it hard to look at it objectively when you're you did a horrible, inexcusable, unforgivable thing. You deserve to rot. But now I get to read about it again, because I think this is exactly the same case, and Kiki wants to be here, and can you guys hear her? Kiki, do you want to say anything to the people?
She sniffed the mic. So without further ado, I'm reading it on my phone, so don't hate me for that. I'll hate myself and my vision. Let's get to reading. This is an interesting personal thing. I served on Student Honor Council in college all 4 years, and the basis of evidence that we used was the preponderance of the evidence, which is 50% and a feather. So it's always interesting when I read in a case that they used the preponderance of the evidence, because I'm like, I know that. I did that for years when I was considering cases. Hi, Kiki. Do you have anything to say while we're reading? Very important comments. Thank you very much, Kiki. Well, that's done. Sometimes what happens with the law is sad. To that point, I recently listened to this fantastic podcast called Erased. Highly recommend it. It is so good. It is all about the first ever murder trial tried in the United States. The defendants' counsel were none other than Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. The court case is told through voice acting and amazing sound design, and it's just fantastically told. I am still thinking about it, obviously. But it felt so weird for Hamilton to be voiced by someone other than Lin-Manuel Miranda. But it was just so well voice acted, so well told. Just Alison Flom, you did beautiful, amazing. I definitely recommend checking that out if you're interested in the legal aspect of true crime, because that's what interests me, frankly, is learning about the victims and not glorifying them, but learning about, especially when it's solved, like what happened to the perpetrator. I'm probably spoiling it, but the perpetrator reminds me of this case. But that's read. That's done. Now it's just in-person class tonight, and then I have an assignment based off of these cases that it's due Sunday, and then because our professor didn't show up to class last Monday for that in-person class, we have like a discussion board and a quiz to do that I would like to do on Saturday. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Definitely check out Erased. I'll link it in the description. And everyone say goodbye to Kiki for now. Bye, Kiki. Do you want to say goodbye? As soon as I acknowledge her, she turns into a little motorboat. Hi, baby. I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Post-class addendum in my car in the dark. I was totally misinterpreting the case. That's what happens when you read it for the first time. Sometimes things just aren't as clear. The case Maryland versus King and King versus State is not comparable to the case in Erased because the guy who did the bad thing went to fucking jail forever. So it's okay. It's just past 7 p.m. on Friday, and it's looking like that. It's been rainy all day. This week has been on and off rainy. Something that I was unaware of until I started dating my current girlfriend is that rain can be painful. And I'm not talking about it like in the Wicked Witch of the West way. It's because rain is a low pressure system. Now, I'm not a STEMI person, so I can't explain this amazingly well. All I know, low pressure system plus rain equals your joints hurt. I have been talking less about what's going on with my body because a lot was happening and then nothing, and then we're just kind of mellowing out. But at my rheumatology appointment, I was officially diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I have probable EDS, but I got 5 hypermobile joints, and if it quacks like a duck and looks like a duck, it's probably a duck. But what I do definitely have is osteoarthritis in both of my knees. They look horrendous. They're bad. It's crazy because I was in no pain in January. I was completely fine. And then February started the mildly, moderately uncomfortable knee pain. And now I am in pretty consistent nerve pain all the time in my knees because my right patella is literally out of place. It's literally too high. It has been moved from my hyperextensions. We're doing great. I've never really liked rainy days, and now I have an even better reason why. The low pressure literally causes me pain. Also, I got this wearable blanket recently, and it's such a lifesaver. I took a nap earlier today because I was just so zonked after work, which also fibromyalgia, brain fog. I'm feeling better now after the sleep, and I'm gonna go get dinner now soon too, but I just wanted to check in and let you guys know that if you have someone in your life who experiences chronic pain, be it from arthritis, EDS, fibromyalgia, or a dozen other rheumatological type conditions, and they tell you that they're in pain, just be nice to them. No one in my life has been inconsiderate of my pain. It's so easy to imagine where you're in really bad pain consistently because of rain, literally because it's raining. I've been inside all day. I'm chilling. swelling, still in pain because it's a low pressure system. If someone communicates to you that they're in pain, that you are like, what? Nothing's broken, everything's fine. Please just believe them. It takes away a portion of your brain power to now be focusing on the pain. My body is weird. It was doing a great job of concealing the pain for many years, but it has decided that it cannot do that anymore, and it needs help actually dealing with the pain. So that's what we're doing, and trying to help myself and be kind to myself in the process. Because I know, even a year ago, if I was feeling how I was earlier today after work, I was like, I just need to take a nap, I would have been so down on myself. I am a person who needs a reason to feel validated to like take a rest day, and my reason now is obviously you are more chronically ill than you could have ever imagined. But don't be like me. You don't need a chronic condition to be kind to yourself and to give yourself the time to rest and to recuperate. And again, if you have someone in your life who has chronic pain, just like make them soup sometime. I don't know, just be nice to them, especially when it's raining. I'm not going to do my work tomorrow. I'm going to do it on Sunday instead. So this is going to be the end of volume 11. I will see you guys in a week for volume 12. No, hopefully it's not raining as much. Thank God for chill weekends. Thank God. I was doing the most for so many weekends in a row. I'm glad that April is coming down. It's gonna ramp up again. It's gonna ramp up a lot. Like even more than before. But these 2 weekends that I'm not doing anything, I'm gonna love it. I will see you guys in a week. Bye-bye.